Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Farmer's Kitchen with me, Helen Farmer, presented by Spinneys on Dubai Eye 103.8. Whether you're watching or listening, this is where you need to be if you need some foodie inspiration. I'll be heading inside to Spinneys and getting the finest ingredients, organic, the free range and more, before taking those shopping bags to the kitchens at the Hyatt Regency Dubai Creek Heights, where we meet our chef and whip up some fantastic dishes. So come with me, we're going to go shopping. Whipping up something of a sweet treat for you on this episode of Farmer's Kitchen, but I can safely say I've never had berries and kale before. Really intrigued what our chef has in store for us. Send any guesses our way because frankly I do not have a clue. So we're going to be kicking off with some blueberries. Follow me as we go around the shops. Beautiful aisle full of fresh fruit and vegetables, and in front of me a stunning array of the finest berries, joined by the man responsible for bringing them from farm to shelf. Stephen Reg joining us, category manager.
Morning, Helen.
Here at Spinneys. I'd like to go to blueberries first, if you don't mind, Stephen, because this is something that I've just seen huge explosion of, and truth be told, I don't think I saw a blueberry until I was probably in my late teens. Tell us a bit of the backstory around the blueberry.
There's been spectacular growth almost on a worldwide scale on blueberries, because in the 80s they really were only just introduced into Europe, maybe sort of introduced in the US. But since 2008 there's been a fourfold increase in blueberry consumption.
Wow.
So spectacular growth, and still spectacular growth year on year now. It's one of our fastest growing berries in the category.
It's something we see quoted time and time again in articles about superfoods and antioxidants and the things we need to be having in our diet. What is it about the blueberry that makes it pack such a powerful punch?
I think two things: high in vitamin C and high in antioxidants really make it a superfood, a super healthy food. Fantastic in smoothies, fantastic in breakfast cereal. There's hardly anybody I speak to now that don't have blueberries as part of their breakfast, whether it's muesli, whether it's yogurt, whether it's other things. But
red currants we saw a lot in the UK, and growing up in the country myself, blackberries were the fruit that we used to go out picking with my grandma, making it into jam, and beautiful served with different cuts of meat as well, like your venisons and your lambs. Tell us a little bit about some of the more unusual. We've got a pot here, and I've never seen this berry before. Stephen, what is this green beauty?
This green beauty is kiwi berry, and it literally is exactly the same flavour. If you bite it inside, it's the same texture and same taste as a kiwi. But it's just a small, powerful punch of a kiwi.
It's exactly the same as a kiwi.
But a lovely flavour and very easy to snack. Rather than peeling a kiwi, this is a smooth-skinned variety, but very easy to consume and very easy to eat. The colour is what's fantastic about these sorts of products. They introduce colour into the cooking as well. So.
And it's all about eating that rainbow, whether you're cooking for kids or for yourself. The berry is a brilliant way of bringing in that vitamin C, that flavonoid. And thank you so much. This is my perfect snack.
Yeah, no, well, in Spinneys we call it the berry patch. So we're introducing sort of our designated area where we can really drive the berry category.
Well, I think it's absolutely working because I am beyond delighted to be eating some of this today. So Stephen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So we've been around Spinneys and picked up our ingredients. Everything that looks like it could be coming together for baking. Vanilla essence, rice flour, eggs, ice cream, yogurt, and then the curveball, the kale. So have you guessed what we're creating today on this episode of Farmer's Kitchen? Beautiful berries and some leafy greens. Cannot wait to see what's going to be created in our kitchens at the Hyatt Regency Dubai Creek Heights. We're heading off there now to meet our chef. Thank you so much. So stay with us here on Dubai Eye 103.8. Great to have you with us for this brand new episode of Farmer's Kitchen, presented by Spinneys with me, Helen Farmer, and we are live in the kitchens at the Hyatt Regency Dubai Creek Heights. Our chef of the day is Mandana. She is the founder of Brambles Cafe in Tcom or Barsha Heights, depending on your preference. I'm a Tcom girl, where you can find authentic, healthy, California-inspired cuisine. And today, we haven't yet revealed what we're going to be cooking, so let's have a quick recap of our ingredients. What looks like some pretty traditional baking things here. We've got rice flour and sweetened cocoa,
Yep.
sugar, baking powder, salt, berries, cacao nibs, salt. We've got eggs, oil, yogurt, water. But this guy, the kale, is throwing me off a little bit. So, Mandana, can you reveal what is our dish of the day?
It's our kale brownie at Brambles.
This is, by the way, a bit of a coup to get the secret ingredients and the recipe for one of the, it's definitely one of the signature dishes.
It is, it is.
So what is our first step? What do we need to do?
So we're gonna sift all the dry ingredients just like you normally would in
At home?
any baking dish.
Okay, so that's going in. Yeah. And in terms of the flavour profile of rice flour, is there anything we need to know?
No, it doesn't really, especially with ingredients like this, you don't really get any kind of flavor. It'll take on the cocoa.
Okay, cocoa being served. And why unsweetened? I know we've obviously got sugar there. Why not go for a sweetened
I like
cocoa?
to know how much sugar I'm putting in, you know, like, and I like things to be balanced.
So we've got our baking powder. Okay, so baking powder's going in. Do we need to sift the salt or not really?
No,
okay.
no, I think we're good.
And this is just fine grained salt. We have got some salt flakes for later.
We've got salt flakes for later. I love Maldon, but this is just regular sea salt.
Okay, and chocolate and salt always works fantastic.
Again, it goes back to the balance. Its salt will bring out the flavors more.
So we've got, what else needs to go in at this stage?
Sugar.
Sugar, okay. And how many brownies do you think we're going to make today?
This is like a sheet tray of brownies.
Okay.
We cut ours pretty thick, so we get 7 or 8 pieces out of it, but you can probably get away with 10 or 12.
Okay, if we're not doing kind of restaurant portions.
Yeah.
So we're doing the kale brownie today, but we're actually going to do a bit of a twist on it. How are we going to present it?
We're gonna do a Kale Brownie Sundae.
Oh,
yeah.
It's just even more.
Yeah.
Okay, so all the dry ingredients are in there. What's next?
We're gonna mix this up, and then we'll do the wet ingredients next.
Okay.
So here we go.
This out.
Before we do the wet ingredients, though, we're gonna blend our pre-blanched kale.
Okay, so this has been blanched for a couple of minutes.
Just a few minutes. As soon as you see the color change and turn bright, you're done. And then we drain it completely and mix it with water and blend it.
Okay, let's get it on.
Yeah.
So we've got NutriBullet there, and how much kale has gone in there? How many stalks do you think?
We do about a half a kilo of kale but we do batches. So this is probably around 300, 400 grams of kale.
Great. So blanched kale, beautiful colour. Yeah. And that's going to go in with some water as well.
Just some water. And
you're just using a NutriBullet. It's not like we've got a fancy,
major,
professional kitchen blender or food processor. So
these NutriBullets are amazing.
They are.
They're for a home cook.
We use them for smoothies every night. My kids started off afraid of the noise, and now they're like, more blending. All right, give it a whiz.
Yeah.
Go.
Gonna get loud?
Yeah. So how do you know when that kale is adequately whizzed up? What are we looking for?
Like, you want it to be as smooth as possible. Nobody wants kale leaves in their brownie, right?
Yeah,
so
that might give it away for children a bit.
So I think that we're good here.
So we're going to mix all of our wet ingredients in.
Yes.
So in our going, we've got 2 eggs. They need to have a bit of a whisk.
They do.
Can I do that for you?
Thank you very much.
Whisker. All right. Now, your husband's a chef as well. Do you cook together?
He is. We do.
How's that?
We do.
Is it good for collaboration or good for conflict?
It's a bit of both. I think we've kind of figured it out now. Like I know when to let him have control of the kitchen.
You've been very diplomatic here, Mandana. So
he's been a chef for 21 years, and I've been a chef for 7 or 8 years now. So his technique is much better than mine. I'll say that.
So you have different strengths.
We do. So I take his advice often.
Good. So we put some water in with the beaten eggs. Okay.
Yes.
What's next?
We're gonna put in our
beautiful
kale.
And it's kept that lovely vibrancy of the green as well. And as you say, super smooth. That's just mixed right in. There's no.
Yeah. There's no chunks. No.
No.
Yep. And then we'll do our yogurt.
And which yogurt have you chosen?
I like full-fat yogurt because low-fat yogurt has sugar, and I'd rather have fat than sugar.
And a good fat as well.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so that's mixing in really well.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna now start to mix our dry and wet ingredients.
Do we need the oil, or is that for later?
I'm gonna do it at the very end.
Okay.
to
So I can
bring
just
everything-
pour our wet ingredients right in?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so intrigued how much kale we're going to be able to taste. I would have liked to do a taste test to see like if I could have guessed the missing ingredient. Okay, so give that a good mix.
So if you have like a stand mixer, it'll make your life a lot easier.
Like a KitchenAid kind of Kenwood, okay.
Yeah, or even like a hand mixer.
So this is now so glossy already, even without the oil in it.
But also if
smell the
it
chocolate.
doesn't smell like kale, right?
Smells veggie free.
Yeah.
It smells absolutely
Your
delicious.
kids would
Mandana.
never know.
Okay, so
We're
we've
gonna
got.
do this slowly.
So which oil have we gone for today?
I like grapeseed oil, and you can find a really good one at Spinneys.
So
But
easy to find, and that's what I really like about Farmer's Kitchen is that you know we're making dishes that yes are on menus around Dubai, but it's things that we
are accessible.
Totally, we see them on the shelves, and now we're learning from the best what to actually do with them. And what about the flavour profile of the grapeseed oil? It's quite mild, or is
It's
it
quite
fruity,
mild.
or?
I think it sits right between like a corn oil and an olive oil. Okay. Olive oil has so much flavor. Okay. It's pretty bland, I would say.
Okay. Well, we've mixed together all of those wet ingredients. We've added the oil in, the vanilla essences in, eggs, yogurt, whizzed up some blanched kale with water, and then added in our dry to that, which is the cocoa, rice flour, some salt, some sugar as well. And now, as you can see, this beautiful glossy mixture, which I could eat with a spoon, chef, but we're going to do something with it.
Yeah, we're going to bake it. So, we've got. I'm going to grease this pan. Yeah. So
this is about maybe 4 inches deep. And could you do it in a bigger sheet, or do you prefer the depth of the...
You can do a bigger sheet. I like it. It almost has the texture of like a chocolate cake, like a really, really rich chocolate cake.
So nice and fudgy.
Yeah. So I quite like a thick, like a deeper dish for it. You can even do loaves of this rather than a flat sheet tray.
Which makes it sound like bread. You could have a
exactly.
sandwich of
it's
kale
bread.
It's kale bread. So we're going to give that a little grease. And which oil are you using again?
Same grapeseed again.
Okay.
I use grapeseed as much as I can.
That's really
that's my guilt-free oil.
What's it like to cook within a pan if you were doing stir fry or?
Just like that's where you would use it. So it's you can't stir fry with like olive oil. So grapeseed oil is the next best thing, I think.
Good to know. So the last thing we want is for our delicious mixture to stick. So the pan is.
So we've greased it.
Greased it up. Can I pour that?
Please.
Okay. Here we go. It's a beautiful glossy mixture. I might just leave a little bit just for me and my spoon. So that's going to go in. And
we're not going to scrape this one.
We're not? No, I don't think we should. Okay, that's gone in. Yeah. Really, really lovely. Oops. Bit of a mess. Perfect for me to finish with some finger. Okay, great. So that's ready for the oven.
While you're busy with the bowl, I'm going to take this and put it in the oven.
I'm just going to have a little try. So brownies are in the oven. Chef, what else do we need for our Kale Brownie Sundae?
Yes, so while the brownie's cooking, we're gonna make our berry compote.
Okay.
And we use this dish for like our peanut butter toast and our French toast at Brambles. I like to make my own compote instead of buying jam, because then you can control how much sweetness you want, you know what goes in it. And
also, you know, if you see something in Spinneys that's seasonal, you can grab it, you can change up the flavors. So what goes into our compote?
So so these frozen berries, and the reason I use frozen berries for compote is because I think that they have more flavor. And then we'll top with fresh berries.
Okay, great.
Which is a nice combo, I think.
So in here we've got blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, strawberry. We've got all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and this comes pre-mixed in a bag in the freezer section. of
Exactly.
Spinneys. Okay, brilliant. Okay, frozen berries are in.
And then we've got sugar, so you can eyeball it, maybe two tablespoons.
I'm eyeballing it. It's all
So
going in.
The frozen berries are individually frozen, so you know there's nothing else in them, which is lovely.
I've left a little bit there. Should
Yeah,
I just fit it all in?
Go ahead.
Because I'm sure our brownies, I'm sure they need some extra sweetness. Okay, great.
Yeah, and the final thing is we're gonna do a little squeeze of lemon.
And this is going to bring out the freshness of that. Okay, great.
And that's it. And we'll pop that on the stove on like medium heat.
Okay, brilliant. Let's take it over. We do a by the magic of television and radio, compote is ready. But how long has it been on the stovetop for?
No more than 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes.
And you don't want it to be too hot, otherwise I guess you're going to get burnt sugar and jam.
Yeah.
But look at this lovely, sticky, dark fruit come together. I'm going to grab a little spoon and have a taste.
I brought you a tasting spoon.
Oh, did you?
Look at that.
Oh, that's far too small.
That's a chef's secret. You always have one of these mini spoons with you. Good.
That's delicious.
Thank you.
That is absolutely delicious. So this goes on some of your breakfast dishes as well.
But you can see how it has so much more balance. Like there's a lot of tartness to it.
When we come back, we are putting everything together. The brownies are coming out of the oven. We've got our compote ready to layer, and we're of course adding ice cream. You are listening to, or indeed watching, Farmer's Kitchen with me, Helen Farmer, presented by Spinneys, and we are in the kitchens of the Hyatt Regency Dubai Creek Heights, joined by chef Mandana Shabani. She is the founder of Brambles Cafe in Tcom/Barsha Heights, and we are creating something really special today. And my mouth is seriously watering. The smells in this kitchen are phenomenal. We are doing Kale Brownie Sundae. So, chef, do you think the brownie's ready?
I think we're ready to go.
Okay, go grab the brownie.
Yep.
This is our compote that we made earlier using beautiful berries and some sugar as well. So about 10 minutes there on the stove. Ice cream. I mean, honestly, I personally think life is a bit too short to make your own ice cream. So we've got some fresh from the freezer counter.
Yes.
If you want to make it, by all means, but no. Okay, and the kale brownie is out of the oven. Look at that. So as you said, we've used a slightly deeper pan to get that nice gooey, fudgy chocolate cake texture. I was going to say, how many does this serve? It depends how hungry we are, I guess. One, yeah, pass me a fork. So we're going to cut it up, and how are we going to put it into our sundae dish?
So I like cubes. So I'm going to cut them into cubes, and then we'll start layering the compote, the kale brownie, and the ice cream.
Okay, brilliant. Let's do it. Oh my goodness me. Do you think you could add this to the menu at Brambles so we can have
I think I might have to.
I think you might have to. I think by popular demand, this could happen. What are the other desserts and sweets that are proving popular?
We do a vegan banana bread with tahini, which is interesting. And then I serve that with the compote, which I love.
Are you vegan or vegetarian yourself?
I am not, but I think that food is about inclusivity and about getting together with friends and family. And I think with so many different with so many different food requirements nowadays, it's really hard to be able to go somewhere and have everyone be thought of.
So true.
And so that's kind of why the menu at Brambles became what it is. I wanted a vegan friend and a meat eater friend and a pescatarian to be able to all feel like they were thought about and not an afterthought on the menu. And
be able to eat something delicious.
Yeah.
So we've cut 2 lengths of this, and I presume this large portion is
for
me.
you.
Thank you very much. And cutting there some cubes, I guess for ease in our brownies, to be able to get a lovely scoop of everything.
Perfect bite every time.
That's, look at the fudginess of this. Can I steal a cube just to try it?
Yes, absolutely.
Is that okay?
Absolutely.
I think this one's got my name on it. So I'm really interested to see if I can actually taste the kale. So while I'm doing this, you can talk us through what the next step is.
So we've got our
Sorry.
we've got our sundae dish. Yeah. So I like to put a little bit of compote in the bottom, so your last bite is as good as your first.
Oh my goodness, that brownie, chef,
Thank
that is
you.
absolutely ridiculous.
It's-
And I think it would pass the 4-year-old test of, would they know there's any veggies in it? I don't think they would.
I had a guest at the restaurant, and her son was just stuffing his face full of this brownie, and I was like, she looked at me, she's like, I can't get him to eat anything but this chocolate cake. He won't touch a green thing, and I was like, it's got kale in it. And she was like, eat all the brownies, go for it.
So ice cream here,
Ice
left
cream?
out for a little bit just so it's ready for...
Yeah, it's perfect. So I'm gonna put in a few pieces of brownie, and then have you.
Am I on ice cream scooping?
You're on ice cream.
You want just one scoop for now?
Sure.
Okay. This is quite a big Sunday dish.
Yeah.
Is this for sharing?
How generous are you
No,
feeling?
I'm not very generous at all. So we put 2 scoops in.
I'd put
Do you want
a
another
little
one?
more, yeah.
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 This would be a great thing to share at the end of end of a dinner party, and everyone can
I
just
think so.
get stuck in. And
You can even set it up as a bar, and everyone can make their own, which
that's
is
a
cute.
great
Yeah.
idea, because then you could add the berries that you wanted if you wanted some freshness in there
Exactly.
as well. That's a really great dinner party idea.
Yeah.
Where were you when I was doing my challenge to come dine with me last month? And so
I like to do DIY dinner parties all the time.
Do
Like
you?
we'll do like a taco bar or a breakfast bar or whatever it is, because it's easier, and then everyone can go in and get creative, and it's always interesting to see how people mix things up. So
give people the same components and see what they do with them.
exactly.
Okay, so cubes
We're
of brownies
gonna-
going in there. Do you want some
Yeah.
more ice cream?
Please.
Okay, I will be your chief scooper. And then are we going to add some freshness to this as well, hey?
Absolutely. So we'll top it with fresh berries, and I think the the contrast of the compote and the fresh berries will work really nicely. And then cacao nibs at the end.
Ooh, lovely. A little bit more?
Yeah,
Why not? Seems to be the theme of our show today.
We'll make it real big.
Can you make it pretty?
It's pretty already.
Well, it's going to be pretty delicious, I think. And how much are you in the kitchen now? Because I know many chefs obviously super passionate about food, but when you have your own business or your own cafe, actual kitchen time gets cut back. eh?
Really, honestly, not as much as I would have liked. You know, I'm in there when we're recipe testing and like developing new menus. Like we just launched a vegan afternoon tea, which is
lovely.
which is fun. I
You
think.
must be noticing more and more plant-based customers coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting though, because I have meat eaters that come in and don't realize they're ordering vegan dishes, because we don't really, like the avocado pizza is vegan, but they don't look at it that way.
People just look for the ingredients and what's going to taste good.
Which is which is the most interesting part, because they like it when they don't know that it's vegan focused.
Yeah, no one likes to feel like they're being pushed down a route that they might not
Exactly.
necessarily follow
Yeah.
their food philosophy. Okay, ice cream is in, compote is on, I think.
So fresh berries.
Okay, great. So we've got blueberries here, we've got blackberries, but really could put any kind of
Yeah,
berry on there. Are you going to add some more brownie on top? Okay.
let's do that.
I definitely think this would be a sharing. Wowee. All right, and then
And
a few
then-
blackberries.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, I'll put one here just for luck.
These blackberries look amazing.
They do. Super, super juicy.
Nice.
And yeah, choose whatever seasonal, choose what you can find in store.
Yep.
And then, I mean, I guess with kids as well, it's a good chance to sneak in a few things they might not know
Absolutely.
about. And cacao nibs.
Yes.
And tell me about the taste of these.
So they're here. You can try it.
will
Try a bit. I like the texture. It adds a little bit of a crunch, which is nice. But also they're bitter,
They are.
which is nice when you've got a dish that's layers of sweet to have like the bitterness.
Little texture, little bite of bitter.
Yeah.
Lovely. Do you
So
want to
instead of nuts,
can I sprinkle?
please.
We are nut free today. All right, bit more? Yeah,
I
why
do.
not? Yeah. Okay. All right, chef, it's the moment I've been waiting for. Time to have a taste. So, a bit of ice cream, a bit of compote, probably quite a lot of brownie, I won't
Brownie,
lie, and
yeah.
some fresh fruit as well. Seriously.
Thank you.
Seriously.
I mean, you can't go wrong. It's
Oh
chocolate.
my goodness. That is unbelievable. I really hate the phrase mouthfeel, but that is really good mouthfeel.
Thank you.
Because it does need that cacao nib for a bit of texture,
Yeah.
a bit of crunch.
And
I know-
kind of balancing it all out makes you ready to go in for another.
And actually having the fresh fruit in there as well. It's not, it doesn't, the whole thing could be overly sweet, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's actually quite refreshing.
Nice.
You know, I said it would be good for sharing. Having tasted it. Not
No,
happening.
no.
No, not at all. Don't forget you can get all of the recipes on our website. Go to DubaiI1038.com. Find the Farmer's Kitchen episodes. We can look back through the series. Speak to the experts, of course, by getting in touch on 4001. Use the Dubai Eye app. And get all of the interviews from the Spinneys experts too. Chef, I just want to say that is a triumph. And if that is not on the Brambles menu by 2020, something has gone wrong.
I don't think we can wait that long.
No, quite agree. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Don't forget, new episodes of Farmer's Kitchen coming your way in the next few weeks. You can watch or indeed listen, and we love getting your questions. If there's any chef you'd like to see featured, any cuisine or dish you'd like to learn how to conquer, get in touch with the show. I'll be back very soon. Helen Farmer with you on Dubai Eye 103.8.